Excellency Kim Hye-jong, Secretary General of ASEAN-Korea Centers, Excellency, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I wish to express my gratitude to ASEAN-Korea Centers for inviting me to share the Cambodia e-commerce regulatory framework and challenges in e-commerce negotiation at the important 11th Forum on Digital Connectivity and thank for the excellent arrangement. Also, my gratitude to ASEAN-Korea Centers management team and all staff, and to the government of Korea for providing constant support and good collaboration to Cambodia and beyond. It is a great pleasure for me and all participants to be here, to hear, learn, to move, to turn and take from the forum, and to share with all speakers and all participants to today as a topic is very much logical, interesting topic addressed to the trend of our regional economy and to the global. Digital is not a new topic for discussion, but this is the most outstanding topic for our forum. It is not only about the trade of goods and services on internet, but it is more about the trade data flow, technology, and productivity. Before COVID, digital trade was already a smart business. During the COVID-19 pandemic, most of business had faced a big challenge, and they tried to survive by moving to online and more technology idea. Innovation and payment are taking place. To promote digital economy, on November 2nd, 2019, Cambodia to promote digital economy on November 2nd, 2019, Cambodia promulgated two laws. First law on e-commerce with 12 chapters, and second law on consumer protection with 11 chapters, and entered into force on May 2nd, 2020. In November 2020, the Ministry of Commerce has launched a new e-commerce strategy for supporting MSME which are currently operating online marketplace in Cambodia. Ministry of Commerce has announced the registration for online business to share their business and building trust from customers in this online business as well. There are more than we can say, we can put in this forum, but I'm sure that ASEAN and Korean government and businessmen are working closely to support each other in these sectors. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as part of my presentation, there are 5 elements that I'm going to share. Those are about Cambodian e-commerce landscape, e-commerce regulation in Cambodia, about key challenges facing the regulation framework, challenges in e-commerce negotiation, and future prospects of Cambodia. Let me start with e-commerce. Cambodia population currently is about 17 million population, and for the mobile connection, we used to have a lot of consumer, and one of Cambodian people mostly they have 2 smartphones. Allow me to inform you that the e-commerce value of Cambodia in 2021 is about 970 million US dollar, and we have the digital transaction is 707.7 megabyte transaction, and the internet user in 2022 is account for 13.5 million users. Our e-commerce revenue in 2020 account for 813.25 million US dollar. and by 2025 is projected to reach 1.78 billion US dollar. Cambodian e-commerce revenue by sector, those are include 254.40 from electronic, 44.29 from beverage, 330.50 from duties, health and household care, toy, hobby and DIV. Fashion 26.30, food 57.19, furniture 26.29 and media 11.19 million US dollars. I also would like to brief you about those e-commerce players in Cambodia. Right now, for the e-marketplace, the players are Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Mysa, Cam Shopping, ASEAN, Laru, and the Lee Shop. For the taxi and hailing, we have Pass Up, we have Grab, we have Vigo, we have Tada, and for the booking and reservation, we have in place with Agoda, Booking.com, Expedia, and Airbnb. There are also numbers of e-payment players. Those are ABA Bank, WinPay, Esilida, PayPay, DaraPay, Visa, and Master, etc. Let me move to e-commerce regulatory framework in Cambodia. The royal government of Cambodia have a long-term vision and strong ambition to promote the development of e-commerce in Cambodia through the inclusion of action plan and strategy related to e-commerce in some high-level document of the government strategy and policy, such as the Recircular Strategy Phase 4, Cambodia Digital Economy and Society Policy Framework 2021-2025, Cambodia Trade Integration Strategy 2019-2023. In November 2020, the Ministry of Commerce launched the Cambodian e-commerce strategy, which serves as the guiding map for e-commerce development under a harmonized and well-coordinated framework. With support from UNCTAD, two essential documents were developed to assess and analyze the current e-commerce situation in Cambodia and identify opportunities and barriers. On the law and regulation, there are a number of law and regulation was promulgated to support business in Cambodia. Those are as following. Law on electronic commerce was promulgated by His Majesty the King on 2nd November 2019, along with the law on consumer protection. The law aimed to govern electronic commerce in the Kingdom of Cambodia and with the international and create legal certainty in the civil and commercial transaction by electronic system. Sub-degree number 134 on the determination of type, form, and procedures for issuance of permission letter or licenses to intermediary and electronic commerce services providers and exemption 2020 was issued by the Royal Government of Cambodia to effectively strengthen the mechanism for managing e-commerce and to ensure the implementation of the law on e-commerce in the Kingdom of Cambodia. Sub-degree number 65 on the implementation, the value added tax on e-commerce 2021 aim to determine the special condition and to set out the mechanism for implementing the VAT on digital goods and digital services being commercialized transact via an electronic system for consuming in the Kingdom of Cambodia. For the key challenges facing the regulatory framework in Cambodia, we have a very limited resources despite a well-prepared strategy and policy development for the e-commerce sector. Cambodia is still facing a big challenges in a shortage of resources, human and financial, to fulfill the action plan as prepared in the document. In addition, with lack of human resources could impact the process of developing a right and timely regulatory framework for the e-commerce sectors in Cambodia. We also need to do with the public awareness and people trust. E-commerce law provides a new legal landscape for commercial and civil transactions in Cambodia. After the promulgation of the law, many people, including businesses, do not well aware of and understand the application, operation, and enforcement of the provision of the law. For example, information of electronic contract, validity and legal recognition of electronic communication, time and people of dispute, and reject of electronic communication. Lack of expertise. E-commerce law is relatively new in Cambodia, thus some area of implementation would require legal and technological experts to support those. For example, electronic authentication, electronic evidence, and forensic safe and secure electronic record and signatures. The rapid development of technology and business model. Technology is developing very fast and changing the world every day. Thus, it would cause a big threat to policy and legal adoption. At the same time, technology also plays a crucial role in business innovation and emerging business models that might impact policy and regulatory regime or might create some legal uncertainty for the sectors. On the challenge in e-commerce negotiation, Cambodia has participated in a number of e-commerce negotiations in bilateral and multilateral free trade agreements such as ASEAN Agreement on Electronic Commerce 2019, Electronic Commerce Chapter under OSEP 2020, Electronic Commerce Chapter under CCFTA 2020, Electronic Commerce Chapter under Upgrading of ANSWATA 2022, Digital Trade Chapter under Cambodian UAE CEPA 2023. With our previous experiences, we have faced some of the identical challenges as follows. First, on the preparation of country position. Second, on countries' e-readiness. On development gap and agenda. On policy regulation gap. And last one is emerging and cross-cutting issues. Come to the last part of my future prospect of Cambodia. To unlock the potential of e-commerce growth in Cambodia, there are some possible ways forward that the government, private sector, and development partners should work together. First, we should build on the capacity building trust and raising public awareness on the e-commerce, support for implementation of Cambodian e-commerce strategy. On the policy, we need to enhance our policy arrangement for emerging and cross-cutting issues. For the government, We should build the government initiative for supporting business and SME, and last one is about international cooperation. This is come to an end of my presentation. I apologize if any inconvenience have caused during my presentation, and pretty much thank for kind attention. May I wish everyone a good health, happiness in family, and prosperity in these new years and eras. And last but very, very not least, I wish our forum a fruitful success. I thank you.